Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Football Chatbox. My name is Ryan, and welcome to the team selection stream for Game Week 5. How is everyone doing? Let me know in the comments. Nick, how are you doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. We're going to be talking about Game Week 5. Not the best of weeks for me, especially after selling Rashford and Nkunku for a hit to bring in Diaz and Minte. It didn't go well, and it ended up with a red arrow, unfortunately. So here we are, having to deal with that as well. We will kind of adjust. We're going green, red, green. Sorry, we went red, green, red. So maybe next week will be a green. Hopefully, I don't know. We're on a yo-yo situation right now. Gone from 1.9 to 2.4 to 1.2. Back to 2.3. The rank swings are kind of wild and crazy, but it is what it is. Freddy, welcome. How are you doing? I'm here to look at everyone's teams as well. So if you're in the mini league, let me know, and I will bring it up. But yeah, 45 points. Henderson, pretty bad. Palace, pretty bad defensively. Need to improve. Need to get rid. Poro, I don't know what to do with Poro. I think he's on his last legs probably in terms of my team. Robinson will eventually leave as well. Their fixtures are about to get a bit more harder. Lewis Hall, I was glad that he played. Now, obviously, he did feature again once Fabian Shah was back in the team, but they still have defensively slight issues, and his days are numbered as well in my team. Salah, Luis Diaz, both unfortunate. It is what it is. Luis Diaz gave just one more week, and then game week 6, I think he's gone. Rogers, the points dodging merchant, keeps dodging points in terms of getting returns. Minte, I don't know what to say. Havertz had a chance, had a header. Not going to complain. It was a tougher game, so I'm not going to say much about it. I'm alright to keep hold of him. Haaland, the only reliable one. Isak, blurred vision. Don't know if he'll be available for game week 5, to be honest. Smith Rowe, unfortunately, on the bench. Wish I played him now, but it is what it is. Can't be done. But yeah, team going into game week 5. I'm just going to roll, to be honest. But now that Isak is kind of like uncertain at this point, I might as well just start Havertz. But I'll keep Isak at the moment. But yeah, I don't know. Game week 5, one more week before I wildcard in game week 6. I'm definitely looking to wildcard. And I've been building a wildcard draft. I'm going to show you guys what I've got in terms of building as well. If you're building a wildcard draft, share it over. Freddy, I think I have yours as well. So I'll look to bring that up as well, the wildcard draft for game week 6. But yeah, if you have a wildcard draft, send it over. This is what I'm... Okay, it's still a work in progress. As you can see, I'm 0.4 in the bank. So I clearly need to move stuff about. And there are a few questions that I need to answer as well. And a lot rely on what to do with Salah. That's the main biggest problem right now in terms of how... Because if I look at Liverpool, from an attacking point of view, from game week 6 onwards, Wolves is still a really good fixture. Crystal Palace is a good fixture. Chelsea is a good fixture. Arsenal is the only hard one. Brighton, good. Villa, good, the way they're defending. Southampton, really good as well. And then they've got City, Newcastle, not a problem. Everton, also not a problem. So, from an attacking point of view, Liverpool's fixtures are still really good. However, Salah does restrict the amount of funds that I can use in the rest of my team. That's a big problem. So I think that kind of needs to be resolved. And I don't know what I need to do to I probably might have to sell him. I'm open to the fact of keeping him on the wildcard in game week 6, and then in game week 7, maybe removing him. I'll have 2 free transfers in game week 7. Maybe I remove him in game week 7 against Palace, and then use that funds to maybe upgrade one of my defenders potentially. I don't know. I haven't thought about it fully yet. I'm still contemplating. So if I'm open to suggestions and ideas. 51 points for this week. Haaland carried, but Isak, Gordon, and Hall are all going out on the wildcard. There we go. I'm selling Poro and Robinson in wildcard game 6. Yep, I've sold both Poro and Robinson on this draft. And Delia Pool, welcome. Number 1 in the Chatbox leagues, 2,700 overall, but 0 chips. This is where Delia Pool's whether he can. Did you triple captain Haaland like I mentioned? Yes, you did. Yep. There we go. Well played. It was a good thing you did that. But yeah, now you have to defend your rank and see how you go. But yeah, it's going to be a very interesting season for you now, starting from here. You will get the wildcard late again once the year starts and the mystery chip. So until game week 18, you kind of have to manage. Now, if I do happen to suddenly disappear away from the camera, it's because I'm still cooking as well while talking to you guys, and I'm making a curry. So I will suddenly disappear. So I will be, but I won't disappear for too long. I'll just like for a minute go check how it is, and then come back. All right. Open to ideas. Players I would like to have on the wild card. Haaland, must have. Saka, I would like to have as well. I think Mbeumo is another one with the fixtures that I would like to have. And Gabriel. Those are the 4 players that I would like to have. Everything else is open to ideas. Watkins or Havertz on a wildcard. See, I've been thinking about this as well. Watkins or Havertz. And I was wondering whether to look at it from a fixture perspective. I'm still happy with Havertz. He's been doing pretty decently for me. He's getting chances. I'm okay with that. When are you wildcarding, Nick? When are you wildcarding? Like, are you wildcarding from Game Week 6 or wildcarding from Game Week 5? Tiger, welcome. How are you doing? Not sure where I am in the league. Bottom, I'm guessing, only got 245 points. 245 points. I don't know. You won't be bottom. I don't think you will. Yeah, you're definitely not bottom. That's for sure. 245. Here we are, Freddy. 203. 41 points. I can see why you're also looking to kind of like get rid of some player. Oh, pain. So who came on for you? Was it Joe Pedro who came? Sorry, was it Murphy who came off the bench? Yes. Oh. Sweet, sweet jam. The jam that you wanted didn't arrive. It is what it is. I'm wildcarding now. Ooh, okay. Sade will be striker for Brentford, 5.4 million. That could also be interesting. Maybe could be an interesting option. Could also be Mbeumo in striker for Brentford. Wouldn't put it past that as well. I sent you my team. All right, I'll bring your team up as well. Tactic was to get an early lead, then go template with everybody else. The 5 transfers is the game changer. Hang on to see if Saka is injured. Yeah. So I'm wildcarding in Game Week 6, so I don't have to worry about Game Week 5 right now. So Game Week 5, I'm just going to roll. Game Week 5. And then Game Week 6, we'll see about it. Best captain this week between Haaland, Bruno, and Trent. Between Haaland, Bruno, and Trent. Based on form, I would have to go Haaland. Even though he's playing against Arsenal, he is indeed at home. So because he is at home, I would still have to go Haaland. Based on form. Purely based on form, I would have to say Haaland. Like, I wouldn't put it past Haaland to score a goal against Arsenal. I was rubbish. Oof. Don't worry, we all were. A majority of us were rubbish. Champions League rotation this week. Yeah, well aware. That's going to be a problem as well. Those 15 points is a huge loss. Yep. It is what it is. Mbeumo goes striker, Shard goes right wing. Yeah, I think that might also happen. And animations, welcome. How are you doing? Welcome. Yeah, I think Mbeumo could go strike as well. So that's why I've got Mbeumo, Haaland. I've got Jamie Vardy here, who's just gone up in price. I don't really mind. Okay, here's the thing. I was asked a question about Calvert-Lewin, and I said no to Calvert-Lewin, and I think this was for Dom on the Discord. And the reason I said no for Calvert-Lewin, even though he went and scored now, was in my memory of Calvert-Lewin is I don't know how long his fitness is going to last. That's my one problem with Calvert-Lewin. So even though the fixtures look really nice, I have just decided to go for a Jamie Vardy instead for the moment. Because even Vardy's fixtures look pretty good, I would say. I realized that you guys can't see Game Week 6 onwards, so let me shorten it. Look at that. Even Vardy's fixtures are actually pretty decent, to be honest, except for Game Week 6. The rest is actually not too bad. So I don't mind having a Jamie Vardy on a wildcard. Doing okay, bro. Just tuning in before I head to work. All right, no worries. How did the week go? Animations. Rohan, welcome. Hi, bad game week. I know. Shall we just pretend this game week never happened? Are we okay with just pretending this game week never happened? I'm open to that. So I've gone for Vardy for that reason. Mbemo because fixtures, Saka, Gabriel, and Havertz. Now, the question is, do I go Saka, Gabriel, and Havertz, as in double attack and one defender, or Saka, Gabriel, and Rhea goal? So double defense and one attacker. That's the other question as well. Where do you guys stand? Do you guys stand with double defense for Arsenal or double attack? That's another thing that I'm wondering. I think Haaland will score against Arsenal because they were weaker against Aston Villa, and also they will play Thursday and away, while City plays Wednesday and at home, so this will affect Arsenal. Yep, I wouldn't put it back. Yeah, I mean, there's so many narratives that we could say it, but yeah, could happen. Gov FPL, welcome. Let's go. Yes, indeed. Front threes, Haaland, Watkins, and Vardy on a wildcard right now. Don't mind that. So that means, are you going double defense for Arsenal? Week was good with Haaland captain, so can't complain. Fair enough. I'm not going to be on wildcard game week 6, but we'll go with 2 Arsenal in Rhea and Saka. That's also not too bad. If you have 2 Arsenal, it's not too bad as well, to be honest. Yes, it is a good game week for wildcard now, or there is concern over price drop? Price drop for who? You mean wildcard for game week 5? I mean, you can get wildcard for game week 5. That's not a problem as well. I'm going double defense for Arsenal and wildcard, double defense instead of double attack. Okay, quite a few double defenses. It kind of makes sense because Havertz is quite expensive as well. But if I was to downgrade Havertz, not downgrade. If I don't get Havertz, the next option for a forward, should it be Watkins? Although Champions League, kind of need to monitor and see. Or should the forward option be Calvert-Lewin? Calvert-Lewin and Jamie Vardy on the forward list. Ooh. I am not fully sure about that. Doesn't fill me with confidence, you know. But I can improve the forward line. I mean, the midfield a bit more if I wanted to. Otherwise, the other option could be Dominic Solanke for Spurs. But he hasn't shown enough to warrant me going and getting a Solanke in. He hasn't done enough from the games that he's played, at least. Now, obviously, he's been injured for quite a bit. So maybe we'll see how he does in Game Week 5 as well. But yeah, that's another question maybe that I have to think about. Dominic Solanke an option. Or Matheus Cunha from Game Week 7? Matheus Cunha? Game Week 7 onwards? The other option is I start with Havertz and I have Salah as well. But then I remove Salah, downgrade Salah, and upgrade Havertz to a Watkins in Game Week 7. But then I obviously miss out on an Arsenal spot. Like, I could have used a third. Do I want a third Arsenal spot? Liverpool, Newcastle, Chelsea. Do I want double defense for this? Maybe. Honestly, we've already seen, like, Arsenal's defense is elite, regardless of opposition. So, maybe. I'm going to bring up the teams that were sent to me as well. Havertz will score against Man City. Yeah, I mean, City will concede goals. They tend to make mistakes and whatnot. I'm bringing Havertz from Game Week 7, relying on Watkins for next 2 game weeks. That's also not a bad idea, to be honest. Alright, here I've got Tiger's team as well that I'm going to bring up. Liked. Yes, thank you very much, Tin. Everyone, make sure to hit the like button as well if you are here. And if you are new, hit the subscribe button. We're closing in on 900 subscribers. Not too far away from that. I've gone Vanderberg. Ooh, hold on. Let me go check the chicken. Be back. set a few like alarms um, for the cooking, just to go check the curry always. If we can like the video for greater reach, I'm sure it'll help the channel. Indeed, I had Anna on my bench. Yeah, I mean, to be honest, I don't think any of us were expecting Liverpool to not score, right? What's your rank? Oh, I don't even want to talk about it. 2.3 million. My rank has been going like a yo-yo. Gone from 1.9 to 2.4 to 1.2 to 2.3. It is what it is. Shouldn't have taken the hit. I took the hit and I lost out on 14 points. Those 14 points would have pushed me into the top 1 million. But here we are. It is what it is. It is what it is. Painful, painful. It is what it is. This is Tiger's team. Tiger, you're looking to wildcard in Gameweek 6 as well, right? I mean, for this week, this team is not too bad, to be honest. Isak, obviously, we kind of have to wait and see what we get with Isak in terms of information. But I think you probably need to start looking into bringing Haaland for your wildcard in Gameweek 6. You need to find a way to fit Haaland in on a wildcard. It's not bad. You will bounce back. I hope so. I hope so. So we'll see how it goes. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I'm 4.1 million, bit different from last season. Fair enough. I still think rank is kind of at the moment irrelevant because like there are so many like things. It's just going to be like for the first couple game weeks, things are going to be like huge. Variance is going to hit so hard for the first couple game weeks. So you don't have to worry too much about rank just yet. If you can continue to slightly like go up in green arrows, should be fine. Bold move, but could be effective. Which one? You mean going Watkins and then Havertz in game week 7? Or are you talking about me with Salah for the moment? I sent you another message. Okay, let me have a look and see. What team is this? Oh, this is the other team. Oh, 28 points. Yeah, not the best of weeks, Tiger, is it? It is what it is. What to do? Not the best of weeks. Apart from that, I've also just a few other wildcard players. Since we're talking wildcard, Vanderberg, which Nick has also just put in the chat. Vanderberg, which you mentioned just before you left to check your carry. Yep, exactly. So Vanderberg. Now, this could be a situation where he's maybe not necessarily guaranteed. Like he won't be. He could be a risky punt where he might not really continue to play. Some game week 7, game week 8. I don't know. It just depends on like how they line up. But for 4 million, I am willing to take this risk. And if he doesn't do well, right, for 4 million, if he doesn't do well, or if he has lost his starting spot in a couple game weeks, I will switch straight over to, I think this was your pick, Nick, or one you've been talking about. I'll switch straight over come game week 9 to Wolves Musquera. Because Wolves from game week 9 have a nice run of fixtures of Brighton, Palace, Southampton, Fulham, Bournemouth, Everton, West Ham, Ipswich, Leicester, and then United in game week 18. So I could easily make that switch as well. He's a 4 million defender. I don't really mind it. And he will play games for Wolves. So nice little run over here. If Vanderberg is not an option. Woutface, I'd argue, is a better pick given he's guaranteed 90 minutes as a 4 million. But Woutface is what, 4.1 million now? And I'm still not sure. Should I trust Leicester's ability to keep a clean sheet, which I don't think I do, given this record. So I don't know. We'll have to see. Hit the like, people, and subscribe if you're enjoying the stream. Yes, welcome, Comb. How are you doing? How was the week? Rohan says, planning to wildcard concern on team price. Check out my team rank 38. All right, let's bring up. Planning to wildcard concern on price. Have you tried building a draft, Rohan? Have you tried building a draft? You probably see from your draft who you would want and who you don't want. Where is Rohan's team? Here we go. This is your team, right? What are you looking to do is the question. Suggestions for wildcard. Are you wildcarding in Game Week 5 or Game Week 6, Rohan? Game Week 9, I'm going to have both Mascara and FaZe as a double 4 million defense. Fair enough. Yeah, enough. I don't mind having Greaves as the other 4.0, or it could also be Vanderberg as the other 4.0, depending on whichever. But yeah. The only problem is I need to decide what to do with Salah. That's my biggest problem right now. What to do with Salah on the wildcard. I think he kind of has to go for the sake of everything. Another player that I will look to, who I want to bring in. Now, I've got Tavernier in here for 2 game weeks against Southampton and Leicester. And then come game week 8, I would look to bring in McNeil from Everton. That is what I'm thinking. Because from game week 8, he's got Ipswich, Fulham, Southampton, West Ham, Brentford, United and Wolves for McNeil. And he's on set pieces as well. So if I was to look at, where is this? Bournemouth and Everton. So give Tavernier game week 6 and 7. And then bring in McNeil for this run. That is kind of what I'm thinking at the moment. And the reason I've gone Tavernier, interestingly, on the data tables, let me see if I can bring it up. Tavernier is actually pretty high for chances created and whatnot. Let me bring it up for you guys. Hold on. I probably need to go check on the Curry as well. But let me put this table so you guys can have a look at it. This is midfielders, right? Just midfielders sorted by XGI. Look at where Tavernier is. 11 chances created. Both for midfielders sorted by XGI. If I was to sort this by XG non-penalty, he goes right on top. Sorted by XGI for the moment, and I'll be. Okay, I think the card is looking good. In about 5 minutes, it should be done. So yeah, that's kind of why I've gone for Tavernier. Now, I think Semenyo is also not a bad option, to be honest. He also looks pretty decent and pretty good. I've cooked beef rendang tonight. Ooh. So I'm cooking a Masaman chicken curry right now. A Masaman chicken. So we're very close. Very close. But yeah, that's kind of why I'm looking at Tavernier as one option. But like I said, McNeil, he's on the watch list as well. McNeil. Now, I could probably start off with McNeil as well. But it just looks so appealing, you know, because like Crystal Palace and Newcastle, not the best. Southampton and Leicester is not pretty good actually. So, eating late? Oh no, this is for tomorrow. From lunch for tomorrow. I've already had dinner. I have to finish my dinner. I haven't finished it yet. But yeah. So that's another like pick that I've got for player suggestions for anyone who's looking for player suggestions for the wildcard. Obviously, if you're wildcarding in Game Week 5, it kind of is a bit more harder to suggest Tavernier because he's playing against Liverpool. And in that specific case, there maybe McNeil becomes a bit of a better option because he's playing Leicester. So it just depends on when you're wildcarding. A huge 29 points this game week, 4 million rank. Who will more than likely be wildcard in game week 7 or just swap second Salah to Haaland and Mbeumo this week? I'm looking at Muniz to NKT for game week 6 fixture versus Everton. Ooh. The NKT is another really nice option for a forward spot, but I just don't want to go there just yet. I want to see how he performs. Maybe give him one more week. Let's see. So yeah, I think I'm kind of okay with a few picks. Gabriel for Arsenal defense. I just want him goal threat. I've gone for Aina from Forest, and the reason I've gone for him, this guy, I have no idea how, but he's getting a lot of bonus points. I just don't understand how he's getting it, but he's getting bonus points. He's a bonus point magnet for defenders. If I was to go wingbacks or just defenders in general, guy's just like a bonus point magnet for some reason. Sort this by bonus points. Get it, 5 bonus points so far, but very little XGI. So I guess it all depends on them keeping a clean sheet and whatnot. But Forest have looked pretty decent, to be honest. So I don't mind having him at 4.4 as well. The other option is you can go for the other fullback, the other Forest fullback in Alex Moreno. But this is where I'm a bit uncertain on how this is going to work, because they still do have Nico Williams as well. So I'm still not sure whether Moreno and Olaena are going to be the definite fullbacks, or will Nico Williams also play some games? Still a bit uncertain on that. And then my other one is I've gone for Mazraoui. Now, hear me out. I'm just looking for a 4.5 option for one. This could actually change as well if I wanted to, but I don't think so. I think a lot of people will overlook United from game week 8 onwards. This is a pretty decent run, and as long as United keep their defense fit, they're not too bad against these teams defensively. As long as they keep their defense fit, that's the main thing. I don't mind having a United defender, is what I'm thinking. Maybe that just might be being like a bit more. I should probably remove my biased glasses as well, but I don't know. Maybe you guys can let me know what you think. So that was one of the other things that I was thinking. Let me go back to the FDR. But yeah, that's basically where I am at the moment in terms of teams, in terms of players looking on a wild card. I think I'm going for Flecken. Unless I go double Arsenal defense, then it'll be Rea and Gabriel. I've got Greaves here. Maybe I could try and put this to Mascarera and not have to make that transfer unnecessarily. I don't know. I haven't fully thought about it yet or given it much thought, to be honest. Do you have a wildcard draft for Game Week 6? This is exactly that wildcard draft for Game Week 6. Although there are still a few things to work out because I'm short on cash. So I need to decide what to do with Salah for Game Week 6. And if I was to sell him, to who do I sell him? So I need to kind of like decide on all of those stuff as well. Maybe what I can do is, where's Watkins? Watkins has Ipswich, right? In Game Week 6. What I could do, nah, that doesn't work. Never mind. Yeah, I don't know. I need to decide what to do with Salah. I guess if Salah doesn't return in Game Week 5 as well, you know how that just like convinces you to kind of sell Salah, or he hasn't returned in like 2 game weeks and whatnot, so it kind of convinces you to sell him. But yeah, Ezra, welcome. Nick says just sent my wildcard through. I've got 3 free transfers to change players around for game week 6 as well, and bring in the Arsenal players. Oh, okay. I will bring it up as well. Now, Ezra, welcome. Give me a second. I will just be back. Turn off the fire, and I'll be back. All right. Sell Salah and a defender. Get Bruno and Trent. That's also not a bad idea, to be honest. It's also not a bad idea. That's also actually that could work. That could work as well. So like if I was to sell Salah, Bruno, do I really want Bruno? Which leaves me with 1.3 million. Hmm. Could get rid of Rogers as well if I wanted to. Or move Aina out to a 5.7. I could keep Poro. I don't know. I'll have to think about it. Could do something like this as well. That is also this is also a possibility. Or I move Poro back to the Forest defender. And get David Raya in instead of Flecken. And move Havertz to someone else. I need to think about it. Let me bring up some of the wildcards that have been sent to me right now. Starting with Nick, who has put his wildcard where exactly? Ezra said Isak to Havertz. Sounds okay for this week. Isak to Havertz. Ooh, Ezra. What are you planning on doing? Isak to Havertz, as in like, are you planning on wildcarding soon, or what's the plan? Simon, I might get sacked. Oh no, 29 points. Here is Nick's wildcard draft. I'm gonna bring it up here. This is a game week 5 wildcard draft for anyone who's looking. Sanchez and Rhea. Oh, are you sure you really want two playing goalkeepers when you have Rhea as well? You picking Vardy? Yep, I'm at the moment picking Vardy over Calvert-Lewin. I would like Calvert-Lewin if I knew, like, if I had better memories of Calvert-Lewin staying fit, I would have gone for Calvert-Lewin. But at the moment, I'm picking Vardy. Robinson, Woutface, Trent, Olaena, and Poro, Smith-Rowe, Rogers, Mbeumo, Palmer, and Ahmad. Ahmad is also not a bad shout. Watkins, Vardy, and Haaland. So what are you going to do come game week 6, Nick, with this team? Because how are you planning to move things about? Mind checking my team? 18 in the league. Yes, I will bring to know when you can suggest for me to play wildcard. Sanchez covers a game week 5 in is currently highly transferred in. Oh, so you're trying to get like a price rise as well. So if he keeps another clean sheet, there's a chance of a price rise there. Fair enough. I'm just wondering. Yeah, fair enough. Manage team value 99.9 mil. Still will consider wildcard now and send in draft. Fair enough. All right. Show me a draft. Rohan, send me a draft. Don't make any moves yet. Just send a draft. We'll have a look. And then let me bring up Ezra's team as well. 18th in the league. This is Ezra's team. 46 points. Henderson, Potter, Vardiol, Trent, Harvard Bellis, Smith-Rowe, Rogers, Eze, Salah, Isak, Haaland, JP, Winks, Johnson, and Fabianski. I mean, you're also probably looking at like the game week 6 or game week 7 wildcard, right? Because Harry Winks, Johnson, Harvard Bellis, Henderson, potentially even Eze and Isak are all going to kind of be problems that you probably will want to kind of resolve soon. So I think for you as well, maybe a game week 6 wildcard is on the cards. I think Joe Pedro will be fine for game week 6. You can start him ahead of Isak, maybe. Actually, you start him ahead of Harvard Bellis. Ezra. But yeah, I think for you as well, like a Game Week 6 wildcard is probably what we're looking at. I could also do Havertz in for Watkins as an alternative transfer if I choose to. That's also true. That's also true. But I mean, Watkins, like you said, right? Like you said Watkins for Game Week 5 and 6 is actually pretty good. Wolves and then what was it? Leicester? Wolves and Leicester? Sorry, Wolves and Ipswich. I mean, pretty good fixtures to be honest. I actually don't mind it. Watkins is talisman for Villa, and I'm not against having him in the team. If you wanted to keep him for longer as well, not against it. Because look at the teams from an attacking point of view, Villa could do well. So Isak to Havertz is fine. Isak to Havertz for this week. Do you want to do it for this week? I don't know if you would want to do it for this week. Ezra. Because they're playing City this week. I mean, you might get something from it, potentially. You might potentially get something from it. Can you afford Watkins? I think you're 0.1 short, no? Oh, not really. You can afford Watkins as well. You can go Isak to Watkins for a week if you wanted to. Looking at that, you have 1.4 in the bank. You can easily make a Isak to Watkins move. How do you make this move? How are you having all of this? Oh, it's because you don't have the expensive midfielder there. Yeah. Exactly. So ideally, Palmer and Potter would come out if things go to plan. Palmer and Poro. Yeah, true. So Palmer and Poro will come out for Saka and what, like a Gabriel. Yeah, I guess that makes exact funds. So I have to imagine this team as a Game Week 6 wildcard with Saka and Gabriel in there, which is not too bad actually. All right, Isak to Watkins, is it? Thanks, Ryan. No worries. But wait, don't make that move just yet. I think Aston Villa. Do Aston Villa have? Don't make the move just yet. They are playing Young Boys tomorrow in the Champions League. So wait for this game to finish before you do any moves, just in case of injuries and whatnot. Shall I transfer anyone? I have only one free transfer. How much money do you have in the bank, Tiger? Looking at your team, I would just wait for the moment. If anything, maybe you could start Smith Rowe. You could potentially start Smith Rowe over a Aina or a Dunk, potentially. I'll probably wait, Tiger. I think you can just roll your transfer for the moment for this week, and then go into Game Week 6 and just wildcard, and then carry over those transfers to Game Week 7. Saka and Gabriel, exactly. Yep, fair enough. I think I'll just probably wait and see how Champions League and everything goes, because we have Champions League and Carabao Cup this week. Keep that in mind, people. So fixtures have changed. Now you can have UCL, you can have European games at the same time as Carabao Cup as well. So there's a lot of football midweek. So Ezra as well, wait till this game is done before you make any transfer. But yeah, Tiger, I think you could probably just wait one more week and then walk out in Game Week 6, and then those transfers you can just carry over to Game Week 7. So yeah, that is kind of where I'm at in terms of talking points, wildcard players for anyone who's thinking of wildcard players. Need to decide between Arsenal double defense versus double attack and what to do with Salah. If Salah goes and scores a hat trick in game week 5, how do you realistically sell Salah? You know, I went and calculated my captaincy points and saw that my captaincy points. Let me get this. I think I calculated. Where is it? My captaincy points was, I think, about 34% or something. Yeah. So my captaincy points was 39.4% of my total score. 104 points from captaincy out of 264 points. That's 39.4% of my total score. Add to that, if I was to include, along with my captaincy points, out of the 4 game weeks, 3 of them have been Haaland and 1 has been Isaac. If I was to include Salah's points as well, right, that he's got me so far, my captaincy points plus Salah's points are about 55.7% of my total score. So almost half my points are coming basically from like 2 players at best. Half my points are coming from 2 players, which means the rest of my team, or the rest of my squad in general, the rest of the remaining 9 players on the pitch are not delivering at all, which is a big red flag that I kind of need to address. So yeah, definitely need to improve on that. Palmer and Trent or Salah and Robertson? At this moment, I would say Salah and Robertson. Haaland has got me 101 out of 245 points. 41%. Yeah, see, that's not sustainable, right? Like, we need our squad to kind of step up a bit more. Like, our captain is delivering like almost 40% to 50%. Like 40% is high. It's a high number for captains to deliver. I don't know if that should be the case. It's not sustainable. That I'll tell you. It's definitely not sustainable. Because the weeks that your captain blanks, you're kind of screwed if your rest of your squad is not turning up. But yeah, anyone else with any teams that you want me to look at? So we've seen Tigers. I think Tiger, you wait a bit for the moment. We've seen Rohan. Rohan, I'm waiting for the wildcard draft. Freddie, we've seen as well. Freddie, you mentioned let me bring Freddie's wildcard draft. He's shared one as well. Game week 6 wildcard draft. This is Freddie's first attempt at a Game week 6 wildcard draft. So we've got Rea in goal. We've got Gabriel, Trent, Alex Moreno, Vanderberg, and Konsa in defense. Saka, Eze, Mbeumo, Rogers, and Shad in midfield, given that this guy is out. Visa is out now for a month or 2 months. And then up front, you got Haaland, Watkins, and Joe Pedro. This is the first attempt at a wildcard draft for Game Week 6. Palmer doesn't appear to have a free role as he did last season. That could be a case as well, because like this is a manager who wants players to play in specific positions as well, right? Compared to Pochettino, who gave Palmer the license to roam wherever he wanted. So I'm not too surprised by that. Shall I bring another player in? If Isak is fully out, if you can go to Isak to Watkins for Game Week 5, I actually don't mind that. If you really wanted to do that, like Isak to Watkins for Game Week 5. That's one possible move that you can look to do if you have the money to do it. Have I missed any other teams? Yeah. And take out who? Well, it depends on Isak's injury situation, Tiger. If Isak is fully out and not available, then yeah, I would probably take Isak out. If he's not available, so you need to wait for press conference news and whatnot. Send it now on X. Okay, let me read it up. So yeah, this is Freddie's current wildcard at the moment. Things could change as well for him. So I have to mention that. And this is Nick's current game week 5 wildcard draft. Who here? Someone wanted a game week 5 free hit draft. I'll probably look to make a video for that. Game week 5 free hit. I think there are people with both Arsenal and City assets this week. And they don't want to take them out. So the other option is to play a free hit this week so that they don't play each other. And just like get like Liverpool players and whatnot. Oh, by the way, is anyone here playing UCL Fantasy? And would you all be interested in like UCL Fantasy content? Because I at the moment haven't thought about UCL Fantasy at all. Is a takeout? You could take him out as well, but he's at home to United, which is not too bad. If okay, let's say if you want to take Eze out, who are you looking to bring in? Is the question. Who would you really want to bring in? So I'm down for user fantasy. Okay, I'll make a like a league code, and I'll put it in the Discord and also in the community tab here. I don't mind user fantasy. All right, actually, let me see if I can make one right now while everyone is on here. Honestly, I have no idea too much on UCL Fantasy, but I'll give it a go. Have I logged in? You said Watkins? Oh, that's for Isak. But if you take Eze out, you can't really get Watkins. Then it has to be someone else. Alright, here's UCL Fantasy. Autofill. Continue. Continue. Pick your captain. Erling Haaland. Save team. Damn. 4 hours for deadline. What? Leagues. Create a league. Oh, I did have 18 members have asked to join. Reactivate. Oh, look at that. All right, here's your UCL Fantasy League code. I didn't even know we had 18 members. For anyone who's interested, here's your UCL Fantasy League code. I will put it in the chat. What app is the UCL Fantasy? I think the UEFA Gaming. If you look for UEFA Gaming app, probably be able to find it. I'm just using the website right now. Probably carried over from the Euros. Oh, that actually could be true as well. That could be true as well. Oh. Let me just rejoin whatever leagues that are. I don't even know how I was in these leagues. This could actually be from the Euros, like you said. I don't know. Who knows, to be honest. So, in the Football Chatbox League, how come it said no members? Just reactivated. Let me copy this. This is for the FPL loss. Team shared on X. All right, wildcard draft. Let's bring it up. This is Rohan's wildcard draft. He's gone for Rhea and Cells, Lucadine, Robinson, Trent, Leaf Davis, Guardiola, NDD, Sterling, Luis Diaz, De Bruyne, Sancho. Ooh, no, 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 no. Too many risk. Too many risk, Rohan. Way too many risk. I'll start with Sancho. I know he got a man of the match performance, but I have no idea with Chelsea which winger is actually definitely going to start for you. So that's a big, big red flag. Sterling, the same thing. Might not necessarily start every game. Bit of a problem. NDD, I don't think offers enough. Now, having said that, he did actually go and didn't he go and get like a goal or something recently? Yes. He just went and scored this week. Oh no, he got two assists this week. What is happening? He generally doesn't offer that much attacking threat. But yeah, so Sterling, Sancho, big flags. KDB, I don't know. I don't know if KDB is as good value as he comes. Sometimes he performs, sometimes he doesn't. Xerxes as well. I would probably go for. I would even go for Calvert-Lewin or even a Mateta from Crystal Palace over Xerxes at the moment. You could even go for Jamie Vardy if you really wanted to for a Leicester attacker. Strand Larson from Wolves. I haven't watched enough of Wolves to be able to comment on that specific move. Someone who's watched Wolves might need to kind of tell me on that. Would be an option. But yeah, midfield, I think there's a few players that you probably need to this thing. Indeed, he's playing as a number 10, so that's why. Is that... How in the world is he playing number 10? Oh shit, he is. Why is he playing number 10? Since when did he become a number 10 player? I've always thought NDD was like a more defensive minded player. Okay, I'll take back what I said of NDD. I plan to bring Mbeumo and maybe bring KDB to Saka. That actually would be much better. I would recommend that. So switch Sterling to an Mbeumo and maybe KDB to... You could do KDB to Saka. Yes, that's fine. Just make sure to watch and see what happens. Arteta is not going to say anything. Yeah, KDB to Saka and then maybe Sterling to Mbeumo. Sancho also, honestly, not really sure about Sancho. I don't know what Leicester were doing. Oh, he is a defensive. Okay, he is definitely okay. I have no idea what Leicester are doing as well. Because in general, yeah, okay, I have no idea. Maybe they're playing Harry Winks and Oliver Skip. Is that the same thing as the average lineup? Harry Winks. Oh my days. Why is this man so attacking? Okay. It is what it is. If anyone wants cheap midfielder for Tyler Diblin, yes. First half has Dalot. He had Dalot on toast. Dalot was getting skinned. I was watching that game. That's the guy. 4.5 million from Southampton. Here we go. Tyler Diblin. My only problem though with Southampton is the lack of goals ready. The fixtures are slightly there, but I'm most likely never going to play him. So if you're looking for an 8th attacker, maybe this guy might be your guy. He's only 18. Yeah, that's the thing. The only problem is I don't know if Southampton score enough of goals. That is my only issue with Southampton. But for 4.5 million, if you're looking for an 8th attacker, if anyone's looking for an 8th attacker, there's your player. Sancho back to Smith Rowe, then I can do that. Do you have to go to Smith Rowe? You could even go to like a McNeil from Everton, or even a Tavernier from Bournemouth, or Semenyo from Bournemouth as well. You do have options. You don't have to necessarily go to Smith Rowe as well, because Fulham's fixtures do get a bit of a problem. Like after game week 7, it's not the best run of fixtures for Fulham. So you don't necessarily have to go to Smith Rowe. I think you do have other options in the bracket, like the 5 million odd bracket. Is there anyone else that like stands out? Midfielders. FPL Cortex, welcome. How are you doing? Shame Archer missed the penalty. De Bruyne would have had a return. That's true. How is your game week, sir? Caleb, welcome. Don't even ask. It's a nightmare. I took a hit. You know the players I took a hit for? I sold Rashford and I sold Nkunku. Both were logical moves before the game week started. It was very logical moves based on 3 game weeks worth of performances. And both decided to come and score this game week. Meanwhile, the players I got in Luis Diaz and Minte, nothing. I'm going early with my transfer. Did Visa to Vardy to avoid price fall? Fair enough. I mean, did you get the price rise from Vardy today? Did you get the price rise? So yeah, I think the other options you could look at, Rohan. If you're looking for budget, Semenyo, Tavernier, McNeil, those are 3 options I would suggest for budget options if you're looking. And they have the upcoming fixtures as well. To kind of showcase for it. Also, I should add, Branthwaite should be back for Everton soon. For anyone who's looking at Everton defensively, once Branthwaite is back, it's a whole different game. They improve significantly, so you might have to look at them slightly differently once Branthwaite is back starting for Everton. So yeah. Of course, yep. Such is FPL life. I did, yeah. Nice. Well done. Semenyo is a good shot from Game Week 6. 2 good fixtures. Yeah, that's true. So Semenyo, like I said, Semenyo, Tavernier, and McNeil. I like McNeil from, if you're wildcard in Game Week 5, I actually don't mind McNeil. Leicester, then Palace, Newcastle, Ipswich, not too bad. Semenyo, like I said. Smith Rowe, I think the fixtures are about to end for Fulham for the moment, for temporary moment, they're about to end. You know, Pickford's trash though, letting goals go in. True, but they did the same thing last season as well, and then later on he improved. Like I remember last season, so many people started with Pickford in goal, and for the first 8 game weeks they were so bad. Then after that, he just like got insane amount of points. Can I consider Son over Saka? And also, what about Hudson-Odoi? Hudson-Odoi. Now, Hudson-Odoi came on and scored. The only thing is, I have no idea, like, because Nuno might switch based on opponents he's playing. So some weeks he might play Hudson-Odoi. Some weeks, like the game against Liverpool, he'll bench Hudson-Odoi. So you kind of have to be a bit careful with regards to that. I would rather go for players who I know are more likely to get 90 minutes. Son over Saka. Based on form, I would probably go for Saka at the moment. But if you're going game week 5, maybe you can go with Son first and then decide to go for Saka later. You could try something like that as well. You can start with Son and then go for Saka later. Worth getting Ramsdale in for 1 week play on a wildcard. He's playing Ipswich this week, and then after that, he's never featuring over. Who is your other goalkeeper, Nick? Who's the other goalkeeper you have? Can I change my autofill team before deadline in the UCL? I think you can. Yes, you should be able to. Might want to read the rules. I haven't properly looked into it. I need to read these rules. So deadline. You can change your deadline just before the first set of matches. So you have until the game until the lineups or game kicks off effectively. So you have until the game kicks off before you can make changes. I'll have Ramsdale and Rhea on wildcard. Fair enough. I won't touch any of Notts Forest mids apart from Morgan Gibbs White. Yeah, that's true. I'll have Ramsdale and Rhea on wildcard. Okay, but who is your wildcard for Game Week 5? Who is your current goalkeeper for Game Week 5? Oh, wait, you mean on a wildcard? You're wildcarding in Game Week 5. No, I wouldn't do a keeper transfer. I don't think it's worth it. Keeper transfer in Game Week 5. I would just like play Rhea, to be honest. There's nothing stopping Arsenal from going to the Etihad and playing for a draw and getting a draw. Like a 0-0 draw is very possible. There's nothing stopping Arsenal from doing that. So I just play Rhea and hope for the best. The rules for UCF Fantasy are exactly the same as Euros Fantasy. There we go. Good. Will you favor Salah captaincy over Haaland this week? That is currently where my captaincy armband is on. So yes, at the moment I am favoring a Salah captaincy over Haaland. I think it logically makes sense because of the fixtures, to be honest. Salah is at home, Haaland's at home, but Haaland has Arsenal. Salah has a big game. Amit, how are you doing? Late for the stream? Nah, don't worry. All good. Salah the best captain on paper, weak, but with Haaland's recent form, it's so tempting. Yeah, that is the only problem. Haaland's form is just... I wouldn't put it past Haaland to score again this week against Arsenal. But it's just on paper, Salah is the better option. Is Pickford good option than Sells as a second goalkeeper? If you're going for... Honestly, if you're going for Rhea as a goalkeeper, I would just go and get a 4.0 goalkeeper. Personally. I personally think you would just play Rhea in every single game. That's what I would most likely do if I was going for Rhea. I would just go for a 4.0 keeper. But if you're looking for a second keeper, Cells is not too bad actually. Forest defensively are pretty decent. Rotation wise, they rotate well as well. Except for Game Week 11, you might have an issue. For Arsenal, Game Week 11. And Game Week 14 and 15. So it doesn't rotate as well. Maybe you need to find another team. Chelsea, maybe? No, Chelsea also don't rotate well with Arsenal. Brentford? Nope. So you won't get a team that rotates decently with Arsenal. Oh, maybe Ipswich? Ooh, Ipswich actually don't... Ipswich aren't too bad, to be honest. You can go for Murich. I think Murich is like 4.4 or something. Ipswich are not too bad. They rotate semi-decently with Arsenal. So if you wanted, you could go for Murich as well as a second goalkeeper option. I think he's currently 4.4. If I am not mistaken. Yes. He's 4.4 right now. Thoughts on Isak? Have to wait and see in press conference news what happens with Isak, whether he's gonna play or not. We'll have to wait and see. But after Game Week 5, he is gone. I am not keeping him on the wild card. Game Week 6. Haaland hasn't scored against Arsenal last 3 matches. That is true, but Haaland also hasn't scored hat tricks the first couple weeks in the last couple seasons. So, Brighton and Brentford rotate well if you want keepers, I think. Yeah, you could go there as well. That's also not too bad. At this point, I'm just happy to go with just Flecken and a 4.0 and just start Flecken because I'm just short of funds for trying to get players already that I'm like, yeah, I just don't want to spend. I've tried rotating keepers. It didn't really work for me. I'm just going to stick with one keeper and just see how it goes is what I'm thinking. Can you suggest some moves? Okay, let's have a look. Makes load of saves. Flecken, right? Yeah, Flecken does make load of saves. Watkins is a good shot for captaincy. Yeah, if you had Watkins as well this week, is not a bad option to be honest. Captaincy, Watkins. I don't have Watkins, so I can't suggest. But if you had Watkins and you didn't have Haaland, I actually don't mind going for Watkins as well as captaincy option. Isak will wear a mask like Mbappe. No, so the mask is not the issue, right? He had blurred vision. I don't think a mask will help him in that situation. Now we don't know whether the blurred vision. What was the cause for the blurred vision? So we'll have to see. We'll have to see what the press conference news says. I'm just getting rare and won't worry about it then. Yeah, that's also true to be honest. I might actually end up doing that if I don't want to go for Havertz. But I just like Havertz and also he's just a differential. What I'm thinking. But I don't know. I'll have to think about it a bit more. This is Amit's team. Henderson, look at that Gabriel 15 pointer. I think like anyone who had Gabriel this week, that's the difference between having a good week and a bad week. 15 points from Gabriel, Guardiola, Robinson, Luis Hall, Mbemo, Eze, Saka, Jota, Haaland, Isak. You at least had 3 players returning. Not too bad, Amit. What do you plan on doing, Amit, for game week 6? Or game week 5? -4 for Soboslai. John, welcome. Welbeck and Mazrai. Guess who were out? Mateta, Mabdidi. Mateta and Mabdidi. Yes, you were the one with Mabdidi. Oh, no. I remember that. It was not NDD, it was Mabdidi. He scored, didn't he, this week? Did he score this week? I think he did. Yes, he did. As soon as I saw that, I was like, I remember having this conversation with you and talking about getting rid of Mabdidi. It is what it is. It is what it is. Can't do much. I mean, Brighton should have scored. I have no idea how Brighton didn't score, but I said he wasn't worth it. Yes, I do remember that as well. Honestly, I still don't think like honestly, Leicester. Like, where the hell is Mavdidi playing in the first place? Yes, he left wing, but he doesn't even start always. So I guess it makes sense. Like, can't really like sometimes he played and scored, but like he doesn't necessarily start always. Okay, Gabriel balance it out. There you go. So you had some luck. Don't worry, you had some luck. Okay, mate, I'm off. When is our next live stream? Next live stream should be tomorrow for a Game Week 5 podcast. Tomorrow, Game Week 5 podcast. And then after that, it'll be the deadline stream. After that, it would be deadline stream. Isak to Watkins, a Captain Watkins. Is this team requires a free hit? This is Amit's team, no? Did I lose Amit's team? No, here we go. Isak to Watkins and Captain Watkins. Team requires a free hit to get Salah. Don't want to use my wildcard. Have 1.3 in the bank. Nah, if you... I don't mind just getting Isak. You know what? You don't necessarily have to Captain Watkins as well. You could do that. You could Captain Haaland as well. It's not a bad idea. I don't know if I would want to use the free hit just on one player though. Wait, Amit, you were the one who asked for a free hit draft, didn't you? Because you had Saka, Guardiola, and Haaland. So you asked, and Gabriel. So you were the one who were asking me for a free hit draft. I will look to make one. I'll make a I'll make one this week and I'll put it on the channel as a video, and then you can decide whether you really want to play that as a free hit draft. I haven't given it too much thinking, so I'll need to give it a bit of thinking this week. But yeah, this was his first start of the season. Who's Madrid is? See, that makes sense. Can't expect much. Any forward penalty takers? Certain Jamie Vardy. You want a forward? You want a guy who takes penalties? And from the looks of it, minutes are actually pretty good. The Red Bulls are doing the job. FPL legend. Doesn't start anymore. Would look at replacing him if midfield this week. Yeah, fair enough. What time? Same time as today. So 9:30 p.m. Sydney time. 9:30 or 9 p.m. I will confirm tomorrow. I need to check with my co-host. Mateta? Yeah, Mateta is not a bad option if you're looking for forward penalty takers. Now that we know that he is sharing penalties with Eze, but honestly, is Eze really going to get the next penalty? Probably not. Mateta is just going to go and say, I'm taking the penalty, and can't say no. He scored the last one. But yeah, maybe you can go for Mateta as a penalty taker. The other option could be, who was I thinking about just now? Oh, my only worry with Calvert-Lewin is fitness. That's my one biggest problem with Calvert-Lewin. He's played so far, his minutes have been okay. Pictures are about to get really, really nice. How long he'll be fit for is my biggest concern. That is my absolutely biggest concern with Calvert-Lewin. It's just fitness. It's not the talent, it's the fitness. But yeah, penalty taker, Mateta. Pictures are a bit meh though, not the best. Van Listen. He missed a penalty though. So, is he going to take the next one? Will Semenyo take the next one? I don't know. Bit hard to tell on that one. Oh, you know what? Also, Raul Jimenez could be one. Comes in, starts, scores a goal. Muniz. If anyone has Muniz, I think it's time to sell. If you have Muniz, I'm probably looking to sell, guys. I'm telling you now itself. If you have Muniz, he's not starting next game. Jimenez has scored. Jimenez will start the next game now. Joao Pedro. Obviously, didn't play, but will be on pens. Not great fiction. So maybe don't look at him for a wild card. Cool. I think that's kind of where we are at. Amit was the one with the free hit. Okay, Amit, I'll make a free hit draft for you, Amit. I'll put it on the channel as a video this week. I'll make that as a free hit and a wildcard draft video, and we'll upload it on the channel. Let's look at that. I think maybe a Thursday upload potentially. We'll have a look and see. Would Ahmad start, in your opinion? I do think Ahmad will continue to start. I believe he's first choice for that right hand spot. I think it's between Rashford and Garnacho for the left hand spot. But oh my days, Garnacho again off the bench and scoring. I can't do this anymore. Like, Garnacho would be my 6.4 million choice, preferred choice, if I knew he was starting. That's the one thing that I don't know. But I don't think you can go wrong with Ahmad for 5 million. But Garnacho is so tempting. Minutes are the problem at the moment. And I can't see him just starting just yet because Rashford scored on the weekend. If Rashford didn't score, there would have been a case to like start Garnacho over Rashford. But for now, I think the front line will remain as it is. I don't see it changing at the moment. How do you join your UCL Fantasy League? I will just send you the code. I'll send you the link. If you click the link, you should be able to be taken straight to it. Leagues, football chat box. Oh, there are no other members. So sad. I put the link in the chat, and I think you guys should be able to join it from there. There you go. My plan for my team means for this week I had Smith Rowe, Ahmad, and Rajas to accommodate for Salah. Fair enough. Oh, you mean on the wild card, right? I think this week Ahmad will play. But wait, obviously United have an FA Cup game tomorrow as well. Or basically today. Today is the FA Cup game. Oh man, should I really get up at 5 o'clock to watch this game? Decision. Think about it. If I do get up at 5 o'clock or not, I will think about it. How the hell is United Tray actually now appearing on Google? Alright. Cool. Any other questions? If not, I will see you all. Amit, I think for you, Isak to Watkins makes sense unless you're looking to free hit. I would also, wait before you do the Watkins move. Wait for Aston Villa's Champions League game to finish first of all before you do any moves. And I'll probably say this to everyone else as well. If you're trying to get any Champions League players in, wait for their UCL fixtures to finish. There's also Carabao Cup happening this week, midweek. So there's not just European fixtures, but Carabao Cup as well. So wait for those fixtures to finish just in case something happens before you go and get those players in. It's a sort of game where if you get up, United lose 1-0, and if you don't, it's a final win. Yeah, good point. But it's against Barnsley. It should be a rotated team. Maybe I'll get up, look at the lineup, and then decide what to do. Do we have any Champions League game at that time? Like Champions League games that's worth watching? I'm not getting up at 2:45. Ooh, big game. Big game. I actually don't mind watching that. Ooh, this is more tempting than United Barnsley. Maybe I can watch both games at the same time. It'll be a very interesting game. From an FPL point of view, just to see what Liverpool line up with and see how many minutes the players get as well. It'll be a very interesting game. Alright. I think we'll end it here. I'm just gonna go and put my curry in the fridge and whatnot and clean up and wash the dishes. But thank you all for watching. I will see you all for about tomorrow. If anyone wants to join for the podcast and listen to me and Roy, who has had a good week, Roy, not only on his FPL team but also his team Arsenal winning again in the North London derby. So I'll be joined with him tomorrow. I will confirm the time tomorrow. But thank you to everyone, to Caleb, to Nicholas, to Tiger, Rohan, Amit, John, FPL Cortex, Freddy, Ezra, Com, Shiraz, Animations, Delia Pool, and anyone else. If I did miss, thank you very much for watching the stream. Hit the like button. There's you and me. Plowboy, welcome. Well, how are you doing? We're just about to end. See you tomorrow. Yes, see you tomorrow. But thank you to everyone. Plowboy, do you have any questions before I end? Thank you. Nice stream as always. See you tomorrow. Yes, I will tomorrow. And if you guys have any questions, just post it as a comment on the YouTube video after the video because it helps the algorithm. I should shout out Comb because Comb, you know what he does? Comb basically after the video is done, he just goes and posts on the YouTube video. He'll be like, "Hello, Mr. Algorithm," just to help because any comments on the videos any likes on the videos, they all help the YouTube algorithm and it's shown to more people. So if you guys just want to put a comment, can be any comment, can just be hello Mr. Algorithm, like what Chrome does on the video after it's done. That will help significantly in terms of the video being shown to many other people. So yeah, thank you all for watching. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. I will see you all tomorrow. If you have any questions, put them on the video. Actually, if you have any questions, put them on the video. Tiger also tends to put questions on the video, and that doesn't just like helps just boost everything. So put any questions on the video after in the comment section below. All right, I'll see you all tomorrow. Thank you all. Have a good day and enjoy the football if you're getting up for it or if you're staying up. Peace out.